Guten Morgen. Hey guys. I'm here. That's all I gotta say. I'm right here. Hi. Hi. Okay, so my writing page, like on Facebook, I'm coming. I know it's been a while. It's been a while, child. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Holding on. Days are gone. It's been a while. Been a while. Y'all, I hate when it's like some mishaps happen. You just like, God damn it. God damn it. So I had two like iPhone charger cords, and now my iPad isn't charging, but that's the one that was being hacked. So it's like somebody probably came to try to hack it. It's like they always got the wrong idea. Why not fuck with the person that's hacking me? Instead, they come for the person that they're hacking. You see what I'm saying? So is it just easier to find me or what? Like it's like I don't think y'all get it. I don't think they get it at all. Y'all, these oh my god. Okay, so I like Rococo and Baroque. These fucking Nikes. Look at that shit. That's motherfuckers are dope. They are so dope. I hated this by Nike too. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like I could probably design this shit myself. I could probably do that myself. I love them. I just love them. Sunshiny. Okay, y'all. So today's show is all about what? I don't know. I think I need to move this here because then I won't be on video. There we go. Okay. So today's show is it's just questions again. So it's like still the self supportive journal, and I think tomorrow is probably like the last day because I think it's like no, I think I got 2 more days left. It's like 58 questions. 58 questions. And I'm at questions 33 through 44, something like that. So let's get into what it is. Last night I had a talk with the guy that was bothering me, the 30-year-old person. And I'm talking about he has given me the same conversation as Chris, jealous ass Chris from East St. Louis. Like it's like not the Chris that I was talking to, like the one that I was dating, but the one that was trying to set up shit, like set up situations. So it's like he had to have like recorded or copied the shit down. So the guy's like, we're gonna get into the studio. We're gonna like this is like it has become it's another get out situation. Maybe I need to add it to the synopsis. He's like, we're gonna get into the studio. Yeah, like I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna check this out and see what's going on, and we're gonna go to the studio. And it's like, okay. So he's like, so today when he's walking out, he's like, well, I'm I'm gonna check this out, y'all. And he's like, I'm gonna check something out. So yesterday he was like, I'm gonna be doing something to like 1 or 2 o'clock. I was like, okay, well, the library closes at 5, so you could just do it another day. Like it takes a little time for you to get in here because it's like moving into a house. Like you got like 2 weeks to like kind of get yourself acclimated. Like a month is not even enough time for you to kind of like figure out where you at and what you're doing, all the different stuff, right? So he's like still just telling me. So this morning he says, well, I'm gonna check this out to see if it's at 10. Y'all, why do I have my writing course at 10? And I was like, so this person really was like trying to get on my calendar to see something for real. So when I was at the library the other day, I was like making that water bottle. As soon as I said something, this crazy ass woman just turned around and like, so it could have been somebody like Brandon dressed up like a woman. You see, because I think Brandon is like really thin now. It's not a situation where it's like that's not what's going on. He's probably like a really thin person. So I'm talking about this woman was like, and her eyes were like all big, and she just kept looking at me. And so it's like I don't know if they really realize that these people are crazy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do y'all realize that that bitch crazy? Do you realize you was like helping this bitch stalk me? So that's what it is. It's like I have a writing class at 10. So you know what I'm talking about? Like why would the time just automatically just change to 10? And I don't put it on my calendar anymore because I was like, this person is looking on my calendar. But that's it. Like I got classes, like the classes are public information. You know, they just classes from the library. So I don't make all the classes because sometimes I forget. I end up doing something else, like doing the show. I just totally forget. I don't forget. I don't remember until like it's at the end of the day. Like it'll be 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh shit, I had a writing class at 10. So I sometimes barely make the writing classes on Saturday. You know. But I was just like, why the fuck would you now change the time to 10? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is not a coincidence. So it's like, you sent this motherfucker here to like try to rattle my brain or fuck with my spirit or something. It's like, I'm so serious. Like, I didn't have any problems. And I had problems. You see what I'm saying? All I had was problems with the people in the office, you know? Now the problems stopped for like 2 or 3 days, and y'all let these motherfuckers come here, and now I got more problems. Like, I'm so tired. Well, we can go to the studio. We don't have to go to the studio right now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go to no studio. You just want to talk about the studio. And I'm talking about, look, they didn't alleviated every problem. Somebody was talking about this the other day that a nigga can have to shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's like studio time is just free. It's out here. They got 6 studios, right? Two in one, and then it's at four. It's just 4 studios. 2, 3, 4. They got 4 studios, right? And I'm for real. Like we can catch a bus to all of them. Like it's like they'll drop us off damn near by the door. One studio it just stays open all fucking day. The bar, I think that studio is like always open for real because nobody goes over there for real. So it's like people got all this time to like alleviate where they saying anything. Like it's like in my mind, I don't ever tell somebody, "Oh, I'm going to the studio," unless they need help with something. Like they'll see me in the studio. So it's like that's it. It's like y'all have it's like this some old school shit, like but in a new school way. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm talking about they have alleviated everything. Like you can even buy a studio kit. Like I could buy a studio kit for $900 and set that bitch up here. Not for 900, for $100. That was my podcasting kit. But I'm pretty sure they probably got like a studio kit too. And it's it'd be $300 to $500. You set up your little studio and start working. You see what I'm talking about? And the best part about it is some of these studio situations you could just like carry it yourself. Like if you got the computer, you see what I'm saying? So it's like what the fuck is going on? Like, why you gotta be in the studio with me? So he said, yeah, this is what I told Chris. Write down the questions you want me to ask you or whatever. And we can interview you that way. Like it could just be, I'm just there to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because it really is my show. I don't even have that many followers. You see what I'm saying? Maybe he'll give me some more followers. But even if that's the case, it's just the fact that why the fuck, dude? They keep just, yeah, we gonna get in this. You don't have to do that. Like I was like, you don't have to do it. Just when you ready, just knock on the door and see if I'm ready. You see what I'm saying? Like call me today. Like I was like the other guy to do it. He just called me the day before and say, hey, let's try we can work tomorrow. So then I get the studio space. You see what I'm saying? Because it's quiet. We can work on the computer, whatever. I can do some work while I'm there, while he over there bullshitting. So it's like, that's it. Like it's like, what the fuck is it? Like this is I'm not 12. I'm not 32 no more. Like nigga, I really am a person that needs to be working right now. And so it's just like I don't know what the fuck y'all doing that shit for. So when he called yesterday, he said, well, I saw you telling them about me on the show. I did tell them about you on the show. So then he said, you didn't say my name. I was like, wait a minute. You don't want me to say your full name because I usually just tell them the name of the people that raped me. You see what I'm saying? I get a full name of the motherfucker that raped me. I'm not about to just, he said, my name is Mancone or something. I don't give a fuck what the fuck your name is. You see what I'm saying? It's like this shit is getting on my nerves. And then I'm talking about the whole time they walking out the gate. Well, Monday, we could probably get in the studio. That's what your boy just told me last night. It's like, why do y'all do that? Like, what is the point? I'm still not getting it. It's like y'all forcing me to be with a crazy motherfucker. I'm not in nothing with nobody. Like, this nigga don't need to know that shit. Like, I'm not at a school. Like, that should be, it's like, and even if I was, I'd tell their ass too, don't do that shit to me all fucking day. My kids know. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the questions. When do you feel most comfortable and happy in your own skin? Like every day. List the challenges you face today. Stalkers, sending other stalkers. Write about your first experience with love. Y'all, I was like, I had so many deep feelings for Jairus because this nigga was eating my ass. I was getting my ass ate in college and thought I was in love. Yeah, I'm not joking. I was just like, how could he? How do you practice self-care? I listen to my body and I know my needs. What did you say no to today? What did I say no to? It's just the top of the morning. What did I say no to? Nothing. Nothing today. How to make you feel? I feel okay with it. And sometimes, y'all, I think this person wants me to have an argument with people that I could get along with. What did you say yes to today? How did that feel? I said yes to everything that I could control today. And I had a great breakfast. Coffee with too much cream. And my egg seasoning was not the best. So usually on my egg, I put this garlic spread, like this garlic sauce, because I tried the hot one. It wasn't the honey hot one. It wasn't good, but the garlic one is delicious. So today I grabbed the cilantro lime because I organized all my stuff, so it was in a different spot, and it was horrible. It wasn't that good. It tasted like kind of like barbecue-ish, and I'm talking about like the barbecue smokish. And my egg seasoning was not the best, but overall, a great morning. Oh, and then my iPad in charge, but that's not it. When do you feel most energized? I feel most energized when I wake up in the morning. Okay, name for, oh my God, y'all, let me tell y'all about this stuff that's going on here now. So I think that the person that works in the office, I think they slow or something. Like, I think that something is going on. So, and I'm talking about this like the weekend people. So the woman is in the office and she just sitting there and she's like, he said, so where do they go when you, she said, oh, I got to talk to him. And I don't think that they talk to the people on the weekend. She was like, yeah, I'm going to have to talk to him. She said, I think he might be out of here soon. And so she was like, I think he in 44, 46. This is the dude. Like, look, the other guys are saying that too. That this other guy 44. Like, they fucking with this nigga in 44. So I was like, listening, right? I'm just like, okay. So she said, so I just like, yeah, I'm starting to reply, y'all, because I be like, I don't know if I'm helping them stop thinking stupid or what. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some stupid shit I'm tell you since we in a homeless shelter. Me and Blake could have worked this shit out without being in a homeless shelter, period. So it was like this. They'll say me and Blake came up with this idea about tiny houses and stuff for the homeless. We was like, we can get the houses to the people. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to. If they got a way to move the house, they can take the house. If not, you know what I'm saying? They can keep the house there if they want to move on to something else, right? So this lady is like, the guy asked, he say, um, so what do they do after they leave here if they don't have a place to go? And she was like, well, if they got money, they need to get a hotel. After they save the money up, that you gonna make them go get a hotel with the money they saved up. So they gonna go from this tiny house to a hotel. The man that's managing this say he been homeless before. So it's like, okay, if you've been homeless before, you know how expensive it is to stay in a hotel. I say, where they gonna go to the Mark 20? Because that's a shelter too. You see what I'm saying? Where I was at first, and she was like, I don't like it over there. It's nasty. She said, when I go over there, they be laying out on the ground and all that stuff. I just dropped somebody over, and that's what was happening. And it's like, I think they tried to set that shit up. You see what I'm saying? Because I was over there. Because before that, I had never seen that many people standing out in front of that building. So anyway, people pay to stay there too. So it's like, so I'm like, wait a minute. So if they go to the Mark Twain, then she was like, yeah, don't they have roaches and stuff in the bath in there and rats? I said, no, they don't. They got like water leaking from the ceiling on one of the floors. So I think that's why they just had a homeless people on the floor. I said, but other than that, it's like really a nice place. Like it's like for real. Like I said, it's like what a 1920s building, and it's like really nostalgic. Like it's nothing wrong with the building, right? And it got high ceilings and everything, so people don't have to creep in. The only thing that's wrong is like the windows. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't even telling that part, but I was just like, if you ain't never been there, you only been on the outside, who are you to say there's something nasty? So when she was like, yeah, they'll just go to a hotel. They can just use the money they save to go to a hotel. I said, that don't sound right. I said, because that's expensive. So it's better for them to wait to just stay here until they stuff go through. So she was like, yeah, so it'd be like they don't have a place to go because the stuff don't go through. So I think they probably be calling them like, see if this person can do this, see if this person can do that. And then it's like they're just like they playing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like instead of them giving a person a house, I think they really be trying to fuck with people on some shit because they don't know what to do. So they might call themselves like when somebody this nitpicky and fucking with people, they probably call in this office and ask and telling them, hey, we got a place for this person to go. Then all of a sudden shit don't go through. So this boy, he just said, she just said, well, he said, I miss you, right? I really miss you. And so she said, I'm gonna miss you when you move out, when you moving out. And so it's like I don't think he got nowhere to go because for him, if he got any kind of disability, then the people at the disability office would already found him housing. Y'all see what I'm saying with a casework or something like that, right? So it's like the stuff that they really be in there. I think this lady sits at the desk and tries to pretend that she work in the office. So then I noticed this too. The lady came in and somebody dropped a mirror. And so she thought that it was this white lady that did it. So she just sit in the office looking out the window. So the security guy go after the lady, try to tell her what about the mirror. He say she just threw it over her shoulder when she left out the thing, right? So at the same time, if I didn't see her do it, I can't believe it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because now the lady gets to her door because she already cussing and fussing when she was coming in the gate. So the lady walked into her room and the man trying to say something to her, she act like she can't hear it. So she gets to her door, drop all her stuff, and then she just started throwing her stuff into the house. She said, "What's she throwing rocks in her house for?" Y'all, it was just her coat. She just threw three things in the house. She took her back. Look, we watching the same motherfucking person. She took her backpack off and threw the backpack in the door. She had her, I think it was like a headband or something. She threw that. It flew somewhere. She threw that in the door, and then she had like a sock or something. She threw that in the door too. She said, "What's she throwing rocks in her house for?" I'm just like, do they just sit in the? I'm talking about, I'm for real. They just sit. She just sit there all day and just make up stories on people, and it's like we already in a homeless situation. So why would we need somebody with a low IQ to sit there and just make up shit all day, like shit that just didn't happen? You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about. That's why it's like she ain't gotta talk to nobody because it's the fucking weekend. You're not a caseworker. You just the person that sit over here and watch us for this time. You sit and watch The Office. Like, what the fuck is it that's making you think you gotta talk to people all the time? So I'm thinking when she is talking to people, she just over there making shit up. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck wrong with them? And do they know that they crazy? Do the people that's working here during the week know that the people that's here on the weekend that they crazy? Cause something wrong. Ain't no fucking way you didn't thought that. So name four little things that always make you happy. Yes, coffee in the morning. So coffee in the morning. What else? Morning bread. I think breakfast makes me happy. Not as much as like afternoon stuff. I just love the first time a good shower and a made up bed. I be like, I'm gonna keep my bed sloppy, but sometimes it's like, man, I like with my bed made up. It make me feel better. How would you describe yourself to someone who doesn't know you? I would just say, get to know me. Like these people crazy. I just kept telling her that's expensive. Just get to know me if you can. Cause you just be like, where would you get that from? Why would you want somebody to go stay at a hotel? Don't you like? Have you ever stayed in a hotel? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some hotels, y'all, like they are expensive. Me and Blake was gonna move to a hotel in Texas when I was like I couldn't find a place for us to have rent all that different stuff. I was just gonna pay weekly, monthly rent at a hotel. I wasn't joking. And so it's just like me, Blake, and the dog could have just been at that fucking hotel. That's what I should have did at first, y'all. I'm not joking. So, like I said, when I got the tax money, I went and got the bus, and it's like this motherfucker done set me up so he could steal my bus because he stole the car. So you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like that's the Holocaust shit because Brandon should have never stole the car. He shouldn't have stole the purses. He should have never stole nothing. And so it's like, what would put it in his mind to steal the company and then come back and think that me and him and the company together again? It's like it's not true. I'm sorry. It's not something you can have. So he just like all that shit. It's just too much. So he stole more than that. He must have stole the stories from the school and all that stuff too. So it's like nah. I just it's too much. These people are so idiotic, and I'm telling you, I think they were let out of a mental institution. It's not a joke because it's like the way they think is out of control. That's why that guy was in there. He was looking at me like, yeah, what she's saying, what Shantae saying, making sense. This bitch over here talking about they go to a hotel after they saved up all their fucking money. After they saved up all their money, they go to a hotel. So yeah, that's it anyway. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, it's Shantae Brown Sugar talking the Black Unicorns. Telling y'all, have a good day. Just have a good day. Blake, I thank you and I love you. Have a good day, y'all. I'm sorry.